me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm. I bet I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Falcons take over first down at their own 15-yard line.
Okay, ready? Right, right.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is...
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons.
Well done on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
They run with the Alabama rookie. That's Brian Robinson. We'll get this up to about the 44.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. There's Hill. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taysom Hill, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Let's go now.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
He's got a man complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Now back to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll look to throw here. And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
He'll look to throw.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
Picked off by Akello Witherspoon.
And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 2-yard line.
Robinson with another carry.
Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
And complete to Drake London.
And they'll get him to 15. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. On track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It was Daron Payne who got in there to make the play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Hill.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Hill. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They snap it on 4th to Hill. And he'll find Washington. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he's got room. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Off the option, here's Robinson.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. final shot before break. Hill. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 34 yards there and a first down. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill with now 3 week 1 touchdowns. And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. They'll let Robinson try and run. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. 3rd and long. It's Hill. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Chris Olave making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Saints take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Lutz will look to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
The score, Saints 26, Falcons nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. How about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Robinson. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now it's Hill. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Give to Robinson on the option.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Kamara try the right side. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He tried to keep it himself but can't stretch his way in. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand.
Ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Falcons 7.
Okay, break.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. A give left side to Robinson. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Cycle.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustment.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Saints are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. They'll get 34 yards there.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 2nd and 5. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10. Their own 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. They'll let Robinson try and run. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Again, it's Robinson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So here we go on fourth. Hill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Here we go, set.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons' offense at the line.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Deep ball for Goodwin. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10 from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing on third down, Hill. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Now he dumps this off over the middle. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Saints are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 31, Hill. His throw incomplete.
Trying to get that one to Chris Olave, but now it's third down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
From the gun on third, Hill.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Marquise Goodwin. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Falcons take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
They'll let Robinson try and run. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it in practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They go play fake, and it's Hill. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Saints up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like.
And now here is another interception. And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week one. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.